Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Esteemed Gentleman podcast for Monday, March 11th, 14th. You told me the date.
And everything else.
And I was 14 was in the brain, but 11 came out the mouth for some reason. So I don't know what's happening.
March 11th.
Sure.
But yeah, March 14th. I'm your host, Scott Labrie. Joined alongside me, Uncle Teabag, Tyler Sunt.
Hello there.
And all day Eric Deshane.
Hello.
We're here. We're queer. Get over it.
It is what it is, folks.
No, we're here to talk about the hottest movie of the weekend. That's right. We all saw it. We're going to talk about Turning Red, baby.
Actually, I did watch it.
I did watch it.
Yeah.
It was okay.
It was okay. Yeah, it's a good movie. Very, very much, kids.
Probably would like it more if I was a girl.
Yeah, it's you can see his target audience demographic a bit much more.
I didn't even know that was out yet.
Yeah, just came
On
out on
Disney
Friday.
Plus.
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It looks pretty good.
yeah,
Red Pandas. Pretty dang cute.
very good.
There you go.
No, of course. We saw the Batman. We,
The Batman.
in theaters,
The Batman.
finally.
Batman. Yes.
So we're going to get into that. But before we do,
Mm.
there's a couple other stories that we got to tell first.
So we watched the Batman, which was phenomenal. We were jacked.
Can't wait to talk about
Came
that.
outside, we were talking about it. Scott had a nice spill on the
Oh,
corner
dude,
of the
I missed that.
street.
I missed that. Yeah, it was
We're
right
walking-
at the turner.
Literally
Yeah.
right on the curve. Like
Yeah.
the entire corner was complete sheer ice.
Yeah.
I'm walking over, I'm like, ooh, that's going to be slippery. Hopefully nobody's slid. And all of a sudden I just hear a collapse. I look back and there's Scott sprawled out on the ice. I'm like,
Oh,
holy
no.
shit.
I went like sideways too. I was like, whoosh, like
Because he's coming around the corner and just fucking...
Just drifting. Just rocket.
Holy man.
Oh shit!
So, yeah.
I missed that. Yeah.
So there was that. And then I went to my truck and I got inside and I was like, there's a crescent wrench sitting on my console. And then I looked back and I saw a Toronto Raptors hat. And I was like, I wonder if that's Scott's hat. And then I saw a garbage bag, a Sobeys garbage bag full of clothes, like a basketball jersey or something. And then all my papers, like my safety tickets for my new job, are scattered all about. I'm like, what the fuck? I look at my ignition. Sure enough, the bezel, like the little ring that goes around the ignition, was popped out, and somebody had jammed something into the ignition starter and tried to turn it and try to start it. And I'm like, holy shit, somebody tried to steal my truck. So then I wanted to put on my Batman mask. I am vengeance, and just go around asking who fucked with my truck and just beat the shit out of them. I was so fucking mad.
Oh, we got a text. The text talk was.
Man,
like,
I was sending fucking paragraphs like, can you fucking believe this? The balls on these people. And it was right on Main Street.
Yep.
Right on fucking Main, like not right on Main Street, but like right around the corner.
The
like,
first
literally
car
right
at
there.
the left of the lights. At the
Anybody
theater.
who
Yeah.
was driving by would have seen, or maybe not, who knows. But my luck, probably, the reason why there's no window smash and nothing else is because I probably left my truck unlocked. So,
Yeah, I mean,
that's like just like
that. But that's probably the best way, because if they wanted to get in, they would have done worse damage if the wrench was there. So yeah, it's true, right? But,
or they were trying to
Yeah.
just trying
Just
handles,
handles,
to get
right?
in,
Yeah,
like Scott
so-
had said, is probably what was happening.
Yeah.
But and then found out today that it wasn't just my truck that got hit. There's a few other people that I talked to, and in the same night, they all got attempted to get jacked. It's like,
Oh,
what do
yeah.
you even do in a situation like that? So I hear stories about this. They find whoever did it, and they're out within 2 days, and they're just back on the street doing it again. Like, what do?
I know.
You call the Batman?
just roaming around. Just
What
pulling
the
handles,
fucking fear of God in these people? Beat the shit out of them within an inch of their life. Don't kill them, because that's not, you don't want to get to the same level. You want to fucking... And when they get out, they're just too terrified to even go out in public after. Just fucking...
They see the symbol in the sky. They're like, oh yeah, nope,
Yeah.
we're done. Nope.
See the tea bag up in the sky. He's coming for you.
The tea bag.
You'll be forever changed. So yeah, I was pretty upset about that. I was actually really upset about it. But luckily, there was no other damage. The bezel looks like... I'm sure you can just use a screwdriver and just pluck it out, and then you can get to the ignition part of it. And it was sitting right by the pedals. Not even a scratch on it. Like, very professional, very quick. They were probably in. They had about 30 seconds. They're like, nope, it's not working. To the next one. Like, just... Oh, that drives me fucking nuts,
I
man.
could
But then you said like there was like muddy prints on the door in the back. Like, say they must have got like changed or something.
Yeah, something must have happened. They must have changed or something, because there was muddy boot prints on the
Inside
door.
of the doors,
And
yeah.
like the seat was like wiped off, like all my junk and McDonald's garbage I have in the back seat there was all moved, and then somebody had laid there, and there was muddy boot prints all over the door on the inside of the door. But
Jesus,
I don't know.
I thought maybe like they were in there and then they had to quickly hide in the back or something. Maybe
That's
maybe they laid down because somebody
Yeah.
was looking for them or something.
Maybe, yeah.
Who knows?
That does sound plausible. I think that's probably the case, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But,
So,
yeah.
so that's fun. That's fun.
All the chat, you're like, man, fuck these guys. And then I was like, what's wrong with that? Cool. You're like, I don't know, man. I threw it out. I was like, what? Why did you throw it out?
bunch of the Raptors had out. Is this good? Yeah.
And so I got you to fish it out of the garbage.
Yeah, so I went back to the garbage can. And Scott's like, oh, if you don't want that hat, I'll take it. I'll spray some Lysol on it and call her good. I'm like, you're fucked. Okay, I'll go get it. Like, whatever. It is a nice hat, and it's like brand new.
It's still brand new. It's probably stolen, but
It's like there's no hair follicles whatsoever on it.
Yeah, it's Mitchell.
And like the sticker even on the bottom of the hat.
like normally they'd keep this sticker, but they would get rid of this sticker. So
Yeah, it's like literally brand new, probably. Probably in the last vehicle they broke into, fucking scumbags.
Probably, yeah. They're probably somebody else's hat.
Yeah. So,
Got your hat, bitch.
It's Scott's now.
got your hat, motherfucker.
Yeah, it's Scott's now, so you can have it back.
Find me, bitch. Just get my ass kicked. Call him out. Just get beat the shit out of.
Yeah.
So that was fun.
Yeah, so that was after we were all jacked of
Yeah, it's
crime
funny.
fighting and vengeance.
It's funny how that happened and all those dark thoughts passing through my head, man. Like if I fucking caught him getting out of my truck, I don't know, man.
Like the scene with the adrenaline.
You would be
You
teabagged.
would got a crescent wrench to the head.
I would have got a crescent wrench. One hit, take out. I'm gonna fuck you. Some guy half my size too, just a fucking wily little bastard. Done.
No, it'd be the bonk sound. Actually, it's a
Yeah.
bonk.
Or you're on the sidewalk, you see him, you just go to run, you just slip on the ice.
Motherfucker! Fucking break my back. Yeah, just my luck.
Yep. Before we get into the review, there's one other thing I wanted to talk about.
Okay.
And that was like, that must have been the most people who have ever gotten up and like
Oh,
walked
I
around.
was going to talk
like,
about it after we brought it up.
what
but yes.
happened? What was going on? Like
I
it was
don't
like
know.
5 minutes into the movie, like every 5 minutes somebody was getting up and
Getting in
walking
and
out.
out.
and-
Yeah, the trio of kids kept going. I don't know if they're getting refills on their popcorn and drinks, maybe. I think they were coming back.
They're kids. Like
I
that's
think
not
that's
a
what was
movie for
happening.
them. That's why.
That's a 3-hour-long movie, and
They're
these
a movie
kids.
in the slower. Like these kids are
Yeah.
maybe 9, 10 years old. Like they
Yeah.
have their attention deficit is way over for all this. It wasn't for them.
And
Like,
then the
it's,
guy sitting in front of us, he got up 2 or 3 times.
yeah,
Got up, left,
went
came
over
back.
there, went back over there.
Yeah,
came back.
switching seats throughout. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? Like, it didn't. It
You
wasn't.
people behind us, like the row behind us, were getting up too, and like
Yeah, lots going on
Lots of
there.
people. Like yeah, it's and
y'all can't sit for 3 hours. Like what's going on?
No.
man?
Right. Yeah.
but this is the kind of movie that it was. It wasn't
Or even an hour and a
there,
half.
Yeah,
Sit for an hour and a half. Not even some people were able
Yeah.
to do that. It's like every
No.
10 minutes.
every 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I almost fucking came unglued. The guy behind me was opening up a little wrapping package of Twizzlers.
I'm like looking over. I'm like, what the?
I'm like sitting there. I'm like,
He's taking so long.
I look back, and I just kept watching. I look back again. He's like, and I'm like, man, I bet you this person knows that it's pissing me off, and he's doing it on purpose. And I just want to fucking just shut the fuck up. I get so mad because I tell Carly because like we'll be watching a movie. And then, like, 20 minutes in, she'll take her Sour Patch Kids or whatever, or something that's in a package, and she'll start opening it, like, trying to be quiet, and it makes it even more annoying
yeah.
and loud.
So this is
But she's
being
trying to be
fast,
quiet.
yeah.
So I just open it, and she's like, I'm trying. Oh, my hands are all sweaty. I'm like, so then before the movie starts, I'm like, open all your packages
Exactly.
right now. Right now.
Yeah.
Before it even starts, because, like, I'm just such an animal, man. I just have no
Oh.
patience for fucking anything anymore.
I was getting mad too as well because
that was happening, and then...
I had 2 kids sitting behind me, and the one kid was probably only like older than the kids in front of us, but 11, 12 years old. But again, like all he did all day was fucking say memes over and over, like the FBI open up. I'm like, dude, shut the fuck up. I'm trying to watch a movie here. And
I didn't hear any of that.
I know it was whispered, but loud enough where I could hear it. But there's no way you guys would have heard it over audio.
Oh,
So it was
that's
constant
awful. I
TikTok
would've.
jokes and constant like, oh fuck, I don't know how many times I heard William Knifeman over and over from the little kid. I'm like, quit watching TikToks and like he's just referencing everything like that. And then the other one behind, next to him, right behind me, was tapping the back of his seat all the time with his shoes or his knees or something. And every now and then I get a little tap in the back of my head. And I'm like, fucking Karen.
Oh, you got the worst of it.
I was getting pretty upset. Yeah.
Holy shit.
So I kept getting lower and lower where I wouldn't feel it as much every now and then and try to adjust more and more. And I was getting really upset with these two. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I don't miss this. Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Keep your fucking kids at home, people. No more kids allowed to movies.
And one thing I was going to say too after the fact was like, It was a decent size. Like, it felt like crowded last night. It was a good size. It was a small theater, too. It was still pretty full. But for fuck's sakes, people, clean up after yourselves. That was fucking disgusting.
Oh, that poor guy that was cleaning up.
I'm like, good night, man. Like, this is just... I know, I felt bad for him. Like, I know it's their jobs to clean up after that and everything else.
It is.
But be civilized, for fuck's sakes.
Yeah.
That was disgusting. Like, I felt so disheartened.
The ticket is for watching the movie, not to throw garbage on the floor.
Yeah, exactly.
If you're gonna be like that, stay the fuck home and not be civil. Like, come on.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not a fucking, like, I don't know.
This
like
isn't your home.
A kid's restaurant where you can just fuck around for 3 hours. Watching TikToks and fucking throwing popcorn everywhere. And
I think they're spoiled with all this, with the pandemic. It was like, oh, we can just do whatever we want. Everything's on YouTube now. We can just play on our phones while it's on in the background. No, like, it's
because people even in front of us were on their phone quite a bit. Like, texting and stuff like that. That was...
I saw a couple times, out of the corner of my eye, somebody was opening up a phone. You get it. It is a 3-hour movie. So
yeah, I get it too. I'll say it too.
Time or something, but
maybe checking babysitters or something, whatever.
In the middle of the movie, my niece was in provincials at Elk Point. They won, which was surprising. So my phone was blowing up with that in my pocket. I'm like, oh shit! Like, what the fuck? So I'm looking over at that and reading what's happening.
Yeah, you have it out of the public's eye because you're looking down.
It's in my pocket like this, not looking down. I'm not like this.
Not.
Yeah. 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 Ruined my experience. My immersion was ruined.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sucks.
But even with all those distractions,
even with all those, because sometimes that can ruin a movie.
It could.
Even with all
like
those,
King Kong for me,
yeah,
it ruined it for me. Yeah. And Joker almost ruined it for me. It was like very close to ruining it for me. But
yeah, Batman was incredible.
Incredible.
Very good.
All the most unlikely actors too in this movie.
Absolutely, and
like the guy that played Falcone, that fucking goofball from
John Turturro.
John Turturro.
Yeah.
He was incredible.
Yeah. He was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. All the performances were fantastic.
And Penguin. Well,
Colin
obviously.
Farrell.
Like, we knew that was going to be incredible.
Yeah.
But even still, you wouldn't recognize that's him as the Penguin.
No.
Like,
I even forgot a few times that was still him.
Yeah.
Like the accent, the fucking...
Just
the
his
face,
mannerisms and...
the way he walked, the way he carried himself.
Yeah.
Fucking... Even Robert Pattinson, too.
Oh, dude,
he was so good. And even, I have to give it to Zoe Kravitz.
She's great.
She was phenomenal. That was probably the surprise of the whole movie.
And Carly's a huge Catwoman fan. She was like, she's the best Catwoman.
Oh, yeah.
I'd argue that.
I think so.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Gwyneth Paltrow.
No.
Halle Berry.
Yeah. That's when Gwyneth Paltrow was never become.
Or Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah, I'm saying with Gwyneth Paltrow.
What? That's like the third time I've gotten that mixed up on this fucking podcast. I'm sure of it. I keep fucking that up.
All right, so before we get to spoilers, out of 10, what would you guys rate it?
Probably 8.5, 9 out of 10, for sure.
Yeah, probably around there.
I say 8 to 9 as well.
Almost a perfect movie.
Yeah. So we highly recommend to watch it. But before we get into it, check it out.
Yeah.
It's worth it. It is very much worth
it.
It is a slog. It is 3 hours, a little bit here and there.
It is.
Yeah.
But, like, at the same time, like, it never felt like... Well, there were maybe, like, a couple parts where, like, all right, it's a little long in the tooth, but, like, overall, like...
There's there's some movies where you can see, like, that need to be... You can trim a lot of stuff out. This is, like, it's like trimming, like, the little pieces of fat off of a scene that doesn't need... That'd be fine anyways. Like, you're maybe saving 15 minutes with the stuff that would trim.
Even then, I don't know.
Like, it'd be...
I feel like...
It's very minimal. Like, it wouldn't be much. Like, there's a scene... The scene I was thinking about was when he's moves the table, lays it all out, and has this big plan with a spray can on the floor, and nothing really got solved out of that. Just the fact it just means to check out the renewal plan. Like that could have been maybe a 10-second scene in the cave, not like a minute and a half scene on the floor spray painting it in the middle of the open. I'm like,
he's just doing a recap in case you all forgot in the past 2.5 hours.
That's true. That's true. But it's very much stuff like that, where it's like you're shaving off maybe a minute and a half. Just to where your attention's starting to go, but it was still very quick and very, I
think there's, maybe one full scene that I would have gotten rid of.
Which one's that?
Which is, towards the end, where the two guys
in the
are
cell?
talking,
that's the part I was thinking of, too. I was going to mention that. That part I could have done without.
Two guys.
In Arkham, when they're talking.
Oh, the Joker scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
No, well, it's before spoilers.
Well, I guess I know that already.
We didn't get the warning yet, but okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, I think he was talked about
it was the day of it released. I saw that on Reddit. I'm like, oh yeah, so he's teased in there.
You don't actually see him either.
You don't.
Not really, no. You see the teeth a little bit.
That one was fine. I didn't mind that one. It felt long, but I thought it was still okay. Yeah.
That should have been the after credit scene.
That should have been a little teaser with
question mark and goodbye.
No, that should have been the after credit scene for sure. Yeah, that was missed there. Yeah. But one of the greatest things I thought about this movie was like, and I was telling Carly because like they did it with Batman versus Superman. They made everything really bleak and just gritty and gross, but yet, and then like, and even in the Dark Knight too. It's a big city. There's a lot of people, blah, 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 but it still felt kind of hollow, whereas this one felt vibrant. This one felt alive.
And alive. Like, the entire city was the main character. It wasn't just Batman. It wasn't just, Catwoman. It wasn't whatever. It was, like, the entire city, like, everything. Like, the whole... It was just, like, a big... Like, I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah.
But it was just, like, a living, breathing thing. Like, an actual legitimate city. And it felt really alive. And all the locations, everything was just super... legit.
It had such that I thought Nolan did okay with that too.
Like it was okay.
It was good in that sense, but like it had the Batman touches, which I liked a lot too. It was very, very urban. Like even the Iceberg Lounge was like underground still. It looked like it was in nowhere, but it was still elaborately like extravagant. Like it was still very grounded in reality and dirty and gritty, but still felt very comic book though. It still felt fantastic in that sense. Still, but very believable too. Yeah. So yeah.
And it was, I don't know, just, it was so good. Yeah, I can't really think of anything else. Like, and then, like, even how realistic all of his gadgets were, too. That wingsuit scene was fucking...
Oh, because I'm thinking, like...
And he was, like, scared of the heights, too. I'm like, why is he... I'm like, he's still just getting into this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's gonna jump off this massive-ass skyscraper, fucking...
But, before we get any further, we'll just say, we'll go see it. From now on, it's going to be spoilers.
Yes, from now on, it's full spoilers.
Full
Apologies
spoilers.
for that one.
Absolutely.
Earlier.
We're going to go hard on them.
Yeah.
So,
go full ham.
Yeah. Just great movie. Great movie. I liked how he wasn't afraid to be loud. And, like, actually, like, the loudness, like, actually played into, like, the fear factor at all. Like, in Nolan's, like, he's, like, an actual ninja or whatever, right? Like, he's always stealthy. But like this one, it's like he's walking down the corridor, the black corridor, and it's like you just hear his boots thump, thump, thump.
You hear him coming,
Oh fuck! Or his Batmobile is fucking loud as hell, and it just
it makes sense. It's a jet engine on a car. It's gonna be loud. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I thought that was cool touch, like a little different than
just like a walking tank. But, like, still fast enough to fuck shit up, too, and not just, like, walking and, Yeah, the ending with those snipers and stuff.
Oh, yeah, that scene, yeah.
That was crazy, man.
That whole step with the Riddler, like, how it twisted at the end, too, where you think, like, it's this big plan, like, he's on his own thing, but the whole plan was for the Riddler thinking they were both in the same, together doing the same thing, like, they're both vengeance in a certain way.
Yeah. I'm like he's like a pen pal, and we're finally going to be
buddies,
together.
We're going to do it. We're going to do it right.
We exposed him. We saved the city of corruption. And he's like, we're the same. He's like, I'm nothing like you. He's like, he's like having a mental break.
But then he's like, he thinks about it, he's like, he's not wrong in that sense. Like,
it's not far off.
Like they are still both it's,
other than his code of
how they're doing it is different, but like their ideology wasn't that different altogether, right? So it was still very much fixing what they thought was broken, but just in their own way. And one of the ways involved explosives and killing. So
and Riddler obviously had a vendetta and revenge for how he was treated, obviously, and stuff too. Like it was a big revenge thing and a long, meticulous planning thing, and just fuck. I was kind of worried too about like the twist with the Waynes and with the orphanage and stuff.
Oh, you thought maybe he was a son?
No, I thought that he actually like ordered or got Falcone to do that.
Oh, gotcha.
To the reporter, and I was like, "Oh fuck, wouldn't that be dark?"
They did something like that in Gotham, I think, where like Thomas Wayne had like the darker side with it, and they showed that more with Falcone in that series. So I thought that wouldn't be that much of a stretch because like I think like even the Court of the Owls series, Thomas Wayne always had the darker side that was never shown. So like, oh, okay, well that's not that far of a stretch still if that was true. But then Alfred's like, yeah, no shit, that never happened because Thomas Wayne was better than that. It was just protecting your mom. Yeah. So it's like, yeah, that makes even more sense. Yeah. So.
I can't remember like reading a comic book where they like say this, but like I don't know. Was it like always public kind of knowledge that Martha is like an Arkham, like, or is it just like kind of?
I don't remember.
I've never seen that before.
I think, yeah, that was.
I didn't even know that was. I had no idea that was a thing.
I thought that was a really cool touch,
That
like
was
just to kind of explain, like that's why Bruce is a little fucking wacko, or
Yeah, like he's a psychopath.
that's
obviously.
why he's not like trying to solve problems with his money. He's like going out and beating the shit out of people.
Yeah, exactly, right.
Yeah,
So
taking everything.
I can't think of it either. Like, I think there's been stories where there's other been dark side where Martha's like a double agent for certain things, or more to it than just being the rich wife. It was stuff like that, but nothing like the person in Arkham stuff like that.
Yeah,
that's new to me still. Yeah.
And I like how they didn't use flashbacks of what happened to his parents.
Yes,
and they just used what happened. To that potential mayor candidate's
his son. Yeah. Because we've seen this song and dance 1,000 times.
We did, and it just the look on Patterson's face, looking at the kid, was just like you see the whole story right there.
Right there, it's like
you feel the pain. You know. I thought that was really
there's
cool.
His drive right there. It's like yeah. Like,
even Commissioner Gordon was fucking awesome. Yeah. That actor.
Oh yeah.
He was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Gordon was great.
Yeah, he was great. The Riddler was really good. Mm-hmm. Like the whole freaking.
Oh man, he was psycho.
He was like.
I was iffy on this transition of him, but I liked it. Like it was very modern, very like how like the Riddler has always been like this more chauvinistic and like flamboyant villain, where like you gotta solve my puzzles.
Kind of silly.
Yeah. But this is like this is like a grounded, like methodical serial killer. This plays out well with that character. I thought it was great.
And he's just like laughing because people don't have a choice but to but to die. Pretty much, he has it all meticulously planned, but yet he's still fucking like and super emotional.
Yeah, when he starts like screaming, you're just like, oh fuck, you're scared and stuff.
Yeah, like when he has a realization in the cell, it's like, holy fuck, this guy's
wasn't supposed to go like this. I planned everything. It's like, holy fuck. What do you mean? We are the same. It's like, dude, holy
wow.
Fuck. Yeah.
Was not expecting that.
What have you done? What have you done?
Yeah.
I liked kind of like how like the character growth of Batman, like at the beginning there, like he's like you said, he's the I am vengeance or whatever, and like he isn't like become like the symbol or whatever kind of thing, like, and you can tell like after he beats up the first gang of guys, like the dude he saves is like, don't hurt me or whatever, and then like by the end of it, like the guy, the other bad guy says that he's vengeance.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, I gotta change, and that's when he like starts leading people out of there, and I have to like
be more than just that. Yeah, I thought that
not just on the offensive all the time,
and that's very much a Batman Year One stuff, and I love that right away. I'm like, this is like you see him evolving to being more than just that focused anger to be an actual symbol of hope and of good. So that was like fucking nice.
I like how like. It was very much like he isn't being a Wayne yet, kind of like thing. Like he's always like shirking like all those duties. He's just focusing on being the Batman, and Alfred's trying to get that. And like that also like plays into like his equipment and that sort of thing too, where it's like like it's very early on stuff, so he doesn't have like the cape that like becomes the glider,
becomes the wings. Yeah, it's a wingsuit.
But like he's also like. One goes with the other, like if he like once he in the future he becomes more Bruce Wayne and that sort of thing. Now he's like he uses that as an asset for the Batman, using the money for R&D and that sort of thing. And like
that's the thing I wanted to as well. Like it was he was a very not bad Bruce Wayne, but whenever he was Bruce Wayne for a little bit, it was very much a quiet and like not a philanthropist showboating Bruce Wayne. Still very much into the Batman right now. But I think now realizing he's like, oh no, I can do more as Bruce Wayne too as well than just being just the Batman. So I think from now on we'll see more of that too as well. The philanthropist, the public beacon of good in Gotham as well as the Batman in the shadows, right? So I'm hoping to see more. Like I can't wait to see more of this. If that series goes on like this,
I know it will. It has to come.
It has to.
2 sequels planned and 2 TV spin-offs planned.
I'm hoping so, man. Yeah. It's like all around. I was so iffy, and seeing some of the stills of the suit, I'm like, this looks so like bad. It looks like hockey gear. It looked bad, but then it was done that way because of editing and how it looks with CGI afterwards. It looked well in the movie.
I thought it looked great.
It looked good. I'm like this, and you see like actual stills of it. Like it looks like just like puffy pads, like shoulder pads for hockey gear. I'm like, oh, this doesn't look good.
Yeah, the first teaser photos were like,
I like the mask, like especially because like compared to like I like the Nolan suit like altogether like really well. It looks awesome. but like does look a little weird when it has like the tiny little mouth hole.
Yeah.
Or whatever, whereas like this one's like
This
the
one's
full
actual
wide
cowl
wide
where it
open
goes
and like
to the back
it looks-
behind the jaw. Yeah.
Oh,
really
Patterson has
fucking
like
good.
the perfect face structure for it too. Like he's got it for sure. The very masculine, the strong chin and stuff, the big cheekbones. Like it's use his whole face. Yeah. Nah, he's
Yeah.
perfect. For
And
the
then
role.
that too, like we talked about it a little bit, like having Zoe Kravitz. I knew, I've seen her this stuff before too. I loved her in Mad Max, Fury Road. So I'm like, she could be a good action star. But like, oh man, like I was not expecting that performance out of her at all. It was phenomenal.
Oh, yeah.
she did really good. Yeah,
Yeah, she was awesome.
just yeah.
Apparently, she
heard
auditioned for the Dark Knight Rises.
She auditioned
Yeah.
to be not as a main star, not as Catwoman. She auditioned just to be a role in it. But I guess she was told like it was not an urban setting, which she said at the time was a common thing to say back then. But she was never originally tried out to be Catwoman because she would have been only 19 at the time, so
maybe.
very young, right? So like she said herself, like, whatever published that was like she was stretching the truth in that. That never really happened. It sort of happened, but I never auditioned to be Catwoman though back for Nolan. And I was told it was urban, but it wasn't in the bad sense. Like she explained it pretty well too. I thought too. I'm like, no, fuck, like, that's awful. And I read into it. I'm like, oh, okay, no, they just kind of stretched the truth out a little bit in that article. Okay, that makes sense.
Manipulation.
Yeah,
Of words.
get the clicks.
Bam.
Alfred was good too.
Yes, yeah.
I felt
Good.
like it could have been a little more. I think.
There should have been.
I
I
felt like there
think
should have
we will
been maybe
now.
just like a-
yeah, Circus too. I thought was be good no matter what. 'Cause he's a good actor. He can be amazing or anything.
Yeah.
And yeah,
That scene in the hospital
Yes.
when he takes his hand too, like, oh,
yeah. Because I think before too, it showed like this the ignorance in Bruce Wayne of being like, this Batman. That's my only focus. That's all I care about. Nothing else
yeah,
matters.
Fuck
Yeah.
the
Just
Wayne
fuck the Wayne.
Enterprises,
Fuck this legacy. I don't
legacies,
care.
yeah, who gives
yeah,
a
and
shit?
now he realizes like what's important to him. I think we're gonna see more of that going forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His scenes were like a little weird, just like the way they were written and that sort of thing. Like the very first scene, Alfred there, he's like, "You're not my dad." It's like, all right,
Okay.
like,
Yeah, I was
just,
like,
like
ooh,
the
that's-
scene come down a
That's
little
some,
further,
some
like
stepdad. But then you don't have the moment later on, right? You kind of have to have that
Yeah.
tension. Like it's
Yeah.
I get why it was.
But even
written
like in
bad.
the hospital, you lied to me. No, I didn't. Oh, okay.
Yeah, he finally woke up. Yeah, he
Finally
just
in a
woke
coma,
up
yeah.
from a coma.
Yeah.
You lied to me. What happened? Am I still alive?
What the fuck happened,
Yeah,
Chris?
like brain damage.
No, I didn't. Oh wait. Oh yeah, but that I did. Yeah.
In a way, I lied. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. No, but even him was like, yeah, like, of course Falcone killed him. Like, what are you talking about? Like, your dad would never do it. Like fucking, like, yes, that felt very like an overlap in Bruce Wayne's mind of just being so angry and not really thinking it through like that. Like why would you trust Falcone? Like, what the fuck, man? Like, why do you think that would be
He's
true?
a schmooze.
Yeah.
Schmoozer.
But I'm curious what they're gonna do for next movie then, because
Well, we got teased the Joker, so that's going to be there. And you see
Yeah.
like the gangs early on, like I think you saw like the one gang with the white face and the smile, looked very much like a Joker-esque kind of gang looking, right? So
I was curious, like, are they wearing that like because they always wear that, or is it just because it's Halloween? That's what.
oh fuck, it was Halloween.
It was
That's right.
Halloween
It was
night, I
Halloween. I forgot about that part. I thought it was a.
When they were
yeah.
watching the video of them beating the shit out of that guy in the
It
park.
looked like the knockout challenge or whatever that goes on that was going around on TikTok.
yeah,
Remember that?
yeah. But were they wearing those masks in that video?
Yeah, they
do you
were.
remember? Were
I
they?
can't remember.
Yeah, I think they were.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
maybe that is part of their gang thing.
but-
Because the one kid's face was only half painted.
Yeah,
it was
well,
an
'cause he
initiation.
must have
right?
been initiated, right? So
It had to
yeah.
be an initiation, so
Yeah.
maybe that gang is.
That's what I think
always-
too as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
painted
but
up.
but I was laughing too. I was smiling ear to ear because the climactic thing was they flooded Gotham. So I'm like, holy shit, they're making Arkham, because the big story with the Arkham games is that happens, and what they do is they flood. They section off the flooded damaged areas and make Arkham Asylum and Arkham Prison the whole thing. So all the criminals just go there. So I'm thinking maybe they're going that way too as well,
Arkham
making
City.
Arkham Island and having it all be part of this criminals just go there, right? So
That'd be cool.
yeah, I'm like, oh, that could be the case. Yeah,
Right.
You never
I
know.
wonder how supernatural they're going to go with it. If they will or not.
That's the thing too. Like, where do you go
Right.
from there?
So I read one of the deleted scenes was that he was supposed to go to Arkham earlier in the movie and actually talk to Joker.
Oh.
And, like, kind of get an idea, like trying to ask him about the Riddler and that sort of thing. So it was kind of like supposed to be hinted. Well, I mean, he's there right now, but like hinted that like Batman took him down in year one kind of thing. So
Right.
kind of interesting.
That would be interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like
Whatever they come up with,
Yeah.
I'm ready.
You
As
guys
long as
know-
Matt Reeves is still...
You guys know who was playing
No clue. Yeah.
Barry Keoghan?
Barry Keoghan. Why does that sound really familiar?
No.
He I'll show a picture and you'll recognize him.
Oh, he was in Eternals.
Yeah, Eternals, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Eternals, and he was in Dunkirk. He's the
Oh, yeah.
He was the guy who died who died on the boat in Dunkirk.
Oh.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
You-
shit.
But like you see whatever you see the makeup, you do see the mouth and the teeth, and so
Yeah.
you might have the.
I thought he was really bad as the Joker. I didn't.
Yeah,
didn't
it
mind
didn't feel like... I was like, that scene was...
I mean, but that too, that could be changing. That could just be
Yeah.
come casting around. We'll change it around a little bit. It's a
Yeah, maybe that's why I
2-minute
didn't do a
scene.
full...
Might be better like when he's actually see like his whole get up and
Then he has a bigger
acting.
role. and
Yeah,
stuff.
exactly.
moving
Right.
around.
Yeah.
Right.
More direction than just being in a cell. Right.
His
So,
laugh was little.
Yeah.
Paul Dano had a better Joker laugh than
He did.
He did. Yeah.
He
that
did.
guy did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Paul Dano.
Paul Dano. Good job, Paul.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was surprised by him because like that guy's gonna be the Riddler, but
Yeah.
like
Because he's always like in such a sub role or
Yeah.
whatever in all of his movies. He's not really...
He did awesome. That was I was not expecting that either, and that was very much like the scene with him in the video, just like explaining his plan, as being like emotionally like charged about what's gonna happen. I'm like, dude, this guy is got some range. He's doing good. Like this is awesome
Right.
to watch. Yeah.
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 Mm-hmm.
No. All in all, great movie. And I was explaining to Scott too, like when the movie was over, it felt like I watched a miniseries in like one night, like a whole, like cause so
a 4-part
much.
miniseries.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there was so much that happened. It was just like you got every angle of the story. Every character meant something in this show, like, and it wasn't just like there wasn't cardboard characters or nothing. Everybody had a significant part in it, and like, I don't know. It was just such a vibrant, like such a character-driven. Even the city itself was crazy, man.
I think this one had probably like the best like action compared to like
The most. Yeah. Like it's.
like the scenes were a lot, like the fighting and that sort of thing just looked a lot better than previous movies.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
That chase scene, freaking.
oh yeah.
The chasing was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. That fucking
Ramps
freeway
through
and
the fire. It's like,
Yeah.
I got you.
And then
I
the
got
music
you.
too. The
Boom.
music
All
was
the
so
music.
good.
I was smiling.
The
whole
Ave
time
Marie
because-
fucking theme for the Riddler. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's,
And then you
I
hear
love
the
that
original Batman score, like it's clipped every now and then too in there. I'm like, oh my god, this is awesome.
thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Good stuff. Great movie. Go see it.
I also want to say that whoever was in charge of what the hell is it called when you just set up the shot,
Cinematography
Yeah.
or the director of photography.
they
The
did a
DOP.
phenomenal job.
Oh,
That's,
yeah.
that scene where Oswald's flipped, he's looking over, he sees Batman comes out of his car, it's on fire in the back, he's walking slowly
And upside down.
upside down. I'm like, how
The
fucking
cowl.
awesome that looked. I'm
Yeah.
like, fucking right. It's like
Yeah.
they, and just looking over the shadows, you don't see a thing. There's a black shadow. You just hear it and you can sense it. Also, it comes out of the corner, just a little bit of light on him, but you know it's fucking Batman right there. And
Right.
He's gonna fuck shit up. Yeah.
And even like the scene where he gets into the party room and he's going to Falcone's
Yeah.
floor there and he's walking through and it's pitch black and they're shooting.
Yeah.
I guess they
Oh.
filmed that. It was all practical effects, no extra lighting. It was like literally the muzzle
Just the muzzle
flashes
flash,
of the
yeah.
actual gun shooting blanks. That's what they used.
Fuck, that
And it
looked
was just
awesome
like,
too. Yeah, that was like on par with like Vader's hallway in Rogue One. You know,
Yeah.
like that looked
Right.
awesome. Yeah.
Right? Oh man, just crazy. Yeah, it was so good, and I loved, like you said, for the cinematography of it too. Like all the cameras were all grounded. There was no big sweeping epic. Not a lot of them.
Nothing. Yeah.
Other than like
yeah.
him standing at the edge of the building looking over the city. That's like basically the only big. And then
Yes.
when he's like hang gliding down, but it was
Yeah.
all basically like first person
First
or like
person
right close
or shots,
all
yeah.
close ups. Because he's like, because it's all like you're with him and you're on the ride with him, and even the
Yeah.
driving scenes, the fucking tire cams and stuff. It's just like such an old school way of filming, but it
Right.
just felt so like
And it's
raw.
so easy nowadays to have like it's shot in 3D or in a software where you can have the camera pan around, do whatever shot you want. Now to have it like grounded at level, tied to something, and stopping moving. And to me, it was a really good touch as well too. Like very Del
awesome.
Toro style of filming too.
Mhm.
Yeah,
It was good.
I like that.
It was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfection. The
So
more I talk about it, the more higher the ranking is. Yeah.
back to Cameron's question last week.
Where do we rank
Where do we
it?
rank it
rank
out
it?
of, out of the 5 movies? Now that we finally saw it, where do we rank it?
I'll pull up what Cameron said.
Yeah, I remember
he put Dark Knight.
I remember his 5, but Dark Knight 1 and this movie 2.
Yeah, that's right.
And
that was the top 2.
That was his top 2. His other 3 I don't remember offhand. I think maybe Begins and was his 3rd or but I don't know. Like for me,
Cameron's was The Dark Knight, The Batman 2022, Dark Knight Rises, Batman Forever, Batman Begins.
Yeah, that's right. Forever.
Batman Forever.
Batman Begins is too low, Cameron. What are you doing?
Come on, Cameron. You're silly, Cameron.
Yeah.
I put Batman Begins.
I don't. I thought about it all night too as well, and my ride home, and where would I rank this in my top 5? And I think it's probably the best live action Batman movie. I would put over Nolan ones. In my opinion, I would put over Nolan ones.
You think Dark Knight's kind of overrated, though?
I do think it's very overrated, but I think it's because of
crazy.
No, I think it's great because Heath Ledger. You watch a movie to watch him. That's why you watch Dark Knight, because of Heath Ledger. But if he wasn't in it, it would be probably an okay Batman movie.
Well, look at Dark Knight Rises. Yeah. It had all the right...
Exactly.
It had everything that you needed in it, but like...
It was... It's... And that's why, with this one, though, if you remove, say, Robert Pattinson and somebody else, even everybody else was still making a great movie, I think. So, and for me, I think...
a perfectly crafted movie.
There's better pieces in this one than The Dark Knight. That's why, for me...
And the story was...
Oh...
You know,
perfect year 1 Batman story. There's no mystical or fantastic thing. There's no superpowers. There's just very.
That's what I mean. Yeah. For when the next one comes out, like, are they going to go into the supernatural stuff? Like,
yeah.
But
then are you doing another DC universe then in that case? You're just going to do straight Batman.
Right.
So then in that case, you're sticking to more grounded villains and grounded humans, and
I mean, I was telling Tyler, I think after the movie there, where it's like, you can't help compare it to the Nolan movie because the Nolan movie's like. Set the bar so high, and especially Dark Knight.
For sure, yeah.
But, like, it is, like, almost like a different flavor of movie compared to those Nolan movies. Because this one is, like, the Riddler's not really a supervillain.
No.
He's just a psycho, like a serial killer.
Yeah.
But a super meticulously planned psychopath serial killer. Yeah.
And, like, just, like I guess just the year or two of it where it's just, like, not, like, I mean, The Dark Knight is grounded, but he still has, like, some crazy outline-ish gadgets and all this other thing. Got a fucking jet in the 3rd movie.
Yeah.
for so it's like it's a little even more grounded than those ones. So
yeah, I think I have to put this one as the best one.
I
have to say it's
not.
It's my favorite because it had everything that it took all the best elements of all the Batman movies that have been made. It took all of them and expanded on all of them and still came up with something new. I
agree with you on that.
All the performances were good. The writing was good. It was a long, sweeping, epic movie. It felt like, we saw his character grow. We saw, like, it was a good detective movie. It was fucking awesome action scenes. Had awesome sub characters, like with Catwoman and all that shit going on too. Had an awesome villain, and like the effects were amazing, and it was just a perfect movie, really. In the sense of Batman
movie, you couldn't ask for more, really.
Yeah, you couldn't.
It checked
Not
the
really.
boxes, yeah.
Not really. And it was realistic. And the thing I liked most about it was how realistic it was. That's how much I liked about it.
I'd still put Dark Knight above this one, just because Dark Knight is more rewatchable than I think this one would be. This one would be a chore.
I agree with you on that.
Like
this one, I don't know if I could
popped on Dark Knight right now. I'd be.
That's why
glued to it and watch
for me
it,
in my top 5, I probably put it number 2. I still wouldn't put it above Another Red Hood for me. Because that one I could still watch 1,000 times and still enjoy it. And to me, that's the better, more rounded Batman movie. But this one is still a phenomenal Batman movie regardless, right? So for me, it's number 2 on my 5.
Yeah, so this one was a whole, like a huge experience for me. Like, it was just... In case, like, you could literally just watch it once.
Yeah.
And there's nothing really forgettable in it. Like, you remember everything in it because everything was just so, and like you said, and The Dark Knight, it's such a close one for me because the entertainment and the value and Heath Ledger and
for me, it's just to say above The Dark Knight. It'd be Dark Knight number 3 on my thing, and it's be just above that. So
yeah, I don't know. I gotta give it.
Yeah.
I gotta give it to.
And I think more too for me because I wasn't expecting it to be as good as it was with this, and this was. It blew me out of the water. How good it became, and I didn't think it needed to be. So.
And the fact of how many times they've rebooted this fucking franchise, and they made it, they just fucking nailed it. It'd be like me expecting Texas Chainsaw, the next reboot, to be the best one, and it's just worse and worse every time. And this one was just like fucking perfection. Nailed it.
But I think like with this movie now, it's just definitely like. it's like, hey, I'll have to pay attention to whenever Matt Reeves puts out a movie now. Like it's kind of like solidified him as
Planet of the Apes.
so, you know, like even those were great movies.
Those
too,
are his.
but,
Yeah.
yeah, and but now this one just like I mean, the Apes movie were mainstream, but this one's just like
see. My only thing is
like
not too as well with this though is like I have two 14-year-old nephews, and I want them to watch this, but knowing them. And like experiencing how it was even with the kids at the theater, their ADHD would not watch the movie at all.
It's too much.
It's too much.
Too long.
Like for us, like we love this shit, right? This is for us, right? And
Yeah.
that's why I felt like watching a extended director's cut of a movie, not just like the theatrical cut, because it took us time. I think it was longer, but it wasn't like quick and like fast paced enough for the youth nowadays.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I felt like.
Sure.
I'm like, I love this, but like. It'd be a tough sell to people that I know should watch it, but I don't think they will, right? So, yeah. Like, I know I'll show them my nephew. They'll be on his phone the whole time. Oh, yeah, I'm watching it. And just watching TikTok all the time. It's like, you're watching it, right?
Until the action starts.
And then
they'll watch.
Like, oh, what's happened? Like, oh, who's he? Like, oh, my God.
Right.
better watch. There's a quiz at the end. And just,
Yeah.
Solve the riddles.
Pay attention, yeah.
Oh, I had so much anxiety.
Oh, you did.
As soon as like you have 2 minutes to answer 3 riddles, I'm like, fuck. I would just say, shoot me, man.
Shoot
like,
me, I'm done.
Thank God Batman was there to give him all the answers. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, right away I thought Tyler looked over him. He's like, oh, fuck.
Oh, fuck, Scott did that on the last podcast. Asked us riddles. I'm like, I don't know.
the DA guy, Collins, I think his name was.
Yeah.
I was watching the movie and like, this guy looks so freaking familiar. Like, what is he from? They're like,
Ant-Man?
Well, I was like, is he from House of Cards? I thought he was like the guy from House of Cards. I'm like, no, it's not the guy from House of Cards. I looked him up on IMDb.
No, that's
but he's from Dope Sick. He's one of the the lawyers from that, and that's why I know.
He's
Peter Sarsgaard.
The lawyer, yeah.
He's a DEA guy or something like that, narcotics guy on The Strain. I don't know if you guys have seen that one. Guillermo del Toro is like a vampire.
No, I saw it on the credits, but
yeah, he's the main guy on that one.
I thought we were going to get a Harvey
and he's
Dent
the villain
tease.
on Ant-Man.
I thought we might get a Harvey Dent teaser in that one. We never did, unfortunately, but that's fine.
There was another villain tease.
Who?
Hush.
Huh? Oh, well, yeah. Hush money.
Who's Hush?
Hush is a Batman villain of mixed origins that changes all the time, but...
Is he the one that changes his appearance all the time? He, like, changes...
That's Clayface.
No,
like he can like
he's in the Arkham games and
he goes in as Bruce Wayne. You walk in and
he's
like you're playing as him, and then you go in there and then Lucius is like, wait a minute, like who are you? And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, it's is that Hush?
That's Hush. Yeah.
Okay. Usually he's wearing like the bandages.
He bandanas on his face when he's always a plastic surgeon changing his face.
But like
okay.
But like the guy who Falcone killed, that's his dad or whatever. Hush's dad.
Oh yeah. That's right.
Yeah. That's why it gets named Hush, because of Hush money, because Thomas Wayne wanted Hush's dad up.
Hush's dad up, yeah.
Well, that'd be cool.
I figure he might be the next villain, maybe.
That would be cool. That would be one of the villains to have for sure, because that's like
something that could
a realistic Batman villain, which varies so much with his Rose Gallery. You have very much like realistic but just crazy, and then you have like the really super powered and non like Killer Croc versus the Joker. It's like, yeah, that could work, but Killer Croc, the frame, it's like, how do you explain that now in this movie? Like, you can't really explain the
chemical
spill, and the
chemical
flooded
mutation.
water.
Yeah, it's like, okay,
the gators got infected. And,
right. So it's like, you're kind of going out of the other end.
Right.
Yeah. So.
I guess, it just all depends on.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Yeah, it's like then we're getting into super villains, and
I think
more comic booky. And
if I were to guess, the next villain, it'd probably be Two-Face.
Think so?
I think so. I think.
Wouldn't they have to do Harvey Dent like first? Could I introduce him? Like?
Yeah, introduce him and like have his story be like the story with that.
Oh, what if they do it like
Dark Knight?
No, I'm gonna say something really.
Yeah.
So the new mayor, maybe she'll be the new Two-Face. It'd be like a woke Two-Face.
That's a female stretch. I think there was still
female
respect.
Dent. No, not quite.
It was still pay respect to tell the Harvey Dent name. I think.
No, I'd have to use the name. It
has to have the name still.
No.
Yeah.
There was rumors that the next one potentially might be Mr. Freeze, and they were trying to figure out who would play Mr. Freeze. But then it's like, well, even that's kind of fantastic. Because then how do you? He has to wear a suit to keep his body temperature down, otherwise he'll die. Like, that's kind of far fetched.
Yeah. So
he just shoots liquid nitrogen at people.
Yeah, it freezes them on the top.
Super soaker with liquid nitrogen.
But even still, it's like, okay, how does that work in real life? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But I think Hush would be really cool.
Hush would be a good villain, yeah.
Or even Deathstroke. But then he's kind of like a anti-hero, isn't he?
He loves to be people.
He's like an assassin.
He's just an assassin. Yeah.
Yeah.
He could be like working for.
He's very much a B. He's more of a psychic,
Penguin or something.
Exactly,
Who knows?
right, yeah.
Penguin hires him. Or
Penguin's
something.
the villain one. Yeah.
Who would you guys want? Okay, here's a question.
Yeah.
Who do you guys want to be the next villain? If
Who
Matt
do
Reeves?
I want? I want Two-Face. Yeah.
Two-Face. You want Two-Face?
I love the Harvey Dent story. I wish it's one thing where I think could explain better. I think.
I'd like for it to be Hush.
Hush should be really cool. Yeah, somebody that we haven't seen a live action.
Oh, you know what? I take it back. Calendar Man.
That'd be cool. Do like Long Halloween or something.
How about Condiment Man?
Oh, Condiment Man too as well. Yeah, he works too as well. Yeah.
No, Hush should be cool.
I think
that'd be pretty
that'd
cool.
probably the most like detective style.
Yeah.
It'd be Hush for sure. Yeah, if you want to go more that edge. Yeah. So.
Yeah, because there was also an interview you were saying about supervillains that Matt Reeves was asked by an interviewer. He's like, "Oh, would you like tap into like because Snyder made a whole universe of Spider-Man, Superman, blah blah." He's like, "Man, I'd be so out of my whatever. Like just doing Batman alone was enough for me.
I think
getting into super stuff, like the super stuff is just so overwhelming for me. I would probably just say get somebody else to do it because he wouldn't feel comfortable.
I'm starting to feel it too. I'm kind of like universe fatigued. Like I'm
done.
I'm done with the whole.
Just have Batman and have his bad guys.
Marvel ones is fine, but like. It's been built up so many times, like it's already grounded enough. We know what to expect from that. But start a whole new one, and again, it's like, frick, like okay, started from scratch. So
and that's what I think what DC should do. Like let Marvel do the universe stuff. That's fine.
And just
like,
do your own thing. Yeah.
Don't try to compete with it. Just see. Look at how successful this movie was.
People are gonna go see Batman and Superman anyways.
Yeah,
you might as well just make good movies of those.
Yeah, exactly. Don't fucking
Don't try to imitate what's already good. So
exactly. Just be creative, like this one. Like this one was fucking perfect.
Yeah.
Do more of what you just did. Do it.
But this one I felt too as well was to end with it was very much like director control. I felt very little studio influence on a lot of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Besides like maybe this should look this way, that should be that way, but not like control.
It was like this is like the director's cut. They just put out the director's cut.
Yeah,
pretty much.
It was. That's how I felt when watching something like this. Finally, they're learning. I think where it's like you know what, like. Trust the directors with a vision and don't expect it to just be we want just to make money. No, let them tell a story.
So far, it has been working out in the producer's favors. Like, just let the director do what he wants to do. You know,
have faith in what they can do. Yeah,
right.
That's why you hire them.
Yeah.
As long as it's a good director.
Yeah.
Don't give Snyder any. No.
Yeah.
Hey, he's like Michael Bay. Just give him a good script, and he'll make it flashy and beautiful, like Ambulance. Man, I can't wait to see that.
That's coming out pretty soon.
Oh God!
3 hours of
we have to go see that, right?
Stupidity.
Like, we have to go see it.
As a joke, we have.
I'm gonna watch your reaction the whole time, because then I'll watch Fast and the Furious, and I'll do the same reaction you're gonna do with Ambulance.
Have you watched 9 yet?
No.
Oh my God! We got a reaction. Watch that, you guys, because
I'll watch 9 with you guys. We'll do it.
Let's get caught up.
I don't fuck off. I'm not doing it.
How you gonna know the story?
I don't give a fuck about
which is so
story.
important. So important with the franchise. You have to know the story with Fast and Furious.
Dude, it's got like an average rating of like 6 out of 10.
But
like,
it has the deepest lore, though.
It does.
Torettos are engraved as our national society. You gotta know the lore, man.
Oh my God. Family. That's the lore. Let's move on.
Exactly, Tyler. You don't know the meaning of family.
Yeah.
And once you watch
you understand
Fast
Oh my God.
then you finally understand family.
Yeah.
Shoot me now. Fuck.
How did we end 2 podcasts in a row talking about Fast and Furious?
Because it's so bad.
Just the popular stupidity.
Yeah.
That's funny. All right, well.
Yeah, well, sorry to drag you on. It was a good talk.
That was good.
Nice 50-minute podcast.
Jesus.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. There you go.
Yeah.
It's like the Batman. It's long, but it doesn't feel very long.
No.
That's right.
That's what she said.
That is exactly what she said.
Does that mean she has a deep vagina? Or what?
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
tossing a hot dog down a hole.
All right. Well, any final thoughts before we get out of here?
Go check out the Batman.
Please.
It's
do
worth
yourself
it.
a favor.
It's worth it.
Take a whole night off and go watch this movie. It's very good. Make sure there's no kids in it, otherwise just go watch something else.
And yeah, limit the distractions because it is one of those movies where if you go away for 5-10 minutes, you might miss some important stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, for the most part, yeah.
Agreed.
There you go. Go watch Turning Red. No, I'm just kidding. You can. It's all right.
Yeah, it's free on Disney Plus, so yeah,
May as well.
have at her.
Especially
Might as
It's
well.
free.
You got kids? Take them to that one.
There you go.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for today's podcast. Like, subscribe, and comment.
Please.
I don't say comment enough, but apparently that does
It
shit
helps.
with algorithms and stuff.
They want to hear it.
I don't know if
And
3 comments are going to do much for the algorithm, but it might.
Ring
do
the bell.
something.
I heard that helps too as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
click
Yeah.
the bell. Get notified whenever we upload something.
Mm-hmm.
And, if you're listening on Spotify, Google, Apple, give us a rating on there. Subscribe to the feed. I think you can, leave, on Apple. I should check the Apple reviews.
Oh, yeah.
Because you can, actually, write a long review. I'm curious if there's anything on there.
Well, there you go.
And, yeah.
Yeah.
Head over to our Facebook page. Like the page. Submit a question for Ask Us Anything, which comes once a month.
Mm-hmm.
Let us know what you thought about the Batman.
Mhm.
Yeah,
We
we'd
want to
love
hear
to
what
hear
you
your
think.
thoughts.
Yeah.
Let us know what you thought about Turning Red. If you want. Let us know about Fast 9.
Yeah, if you've seen
What'd you think of Fast 9?
Yeah, let us
Yeah.
know.
The John Cena family now? Or is he kicked out of the family?
You gotta watch
Well,
it.
I mean, if it follows the suit of all the other, I almost said Final Fantasy.
You know what's the Final Fantasy?
Fast,
It's starting to feel like.
Fast and Furious is that he is the bad guy, but at the end he
gonna
gets
be-
defeated, and then the next movie he's part of the family,
There
right?
you go.
Yeah.
Anywho,
Anywho.
that's how it goes. Anyways, check back next week for something.
No, you mean Wednesday.
What?
This is Monday, Scott.
What? Okay, yeah.
What dimension am I in?
check back Wednesday for another podcast. I don't know what we're gonna talk about. We'll
Yeah,
figure it
we'll
out.
figure
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. All right. Toodaloo. Bye bye.
Goodbye.
See yous.